In this video, we're going to talk about every saint celebrated on the 25th of each month. On January 25th, the Catholic Church celebrates the conversion of St. Paul. This feast day commemorates the miraculous event where Saul, a persecutor of Christians, experienced a life altering encounter with Jesus Christ and became the Apostle Paul, a prominent figure in spreading Christianity. Then we'll go St. Paul's background. Before his conversion, Saul was a well educated Jew and Roman citizen who actually actively persecuted Christians. Conversion. While traveling to Damascus to arrest Christians, Saul was struck by a blinding light and heard the voice of Jesus. This encounter led to his conversion and subsequent transformation into Paul, the apostle to the Gentiles. Paul became a key figure in spreading Christianity, particularly among the Gentiles, non-Jewish people. He embarked on missionary journeys throughout the Roman Empire, establishing numerous churches and writing many letters that are now part of the New Testament. Significance of the feast. The conversion of St. Paul is a significant feast in the Catholic Church, highlighting the power of divine grace and the potential for profound transformation. It is a day to reflect on Paul's example of faith, zeal, and missionary work. Go to February. On February 25th, the Catholic Church celebrates the feast day of Saint Walburga, an Anglo-Saxon nun and missionary who lived in the 8th century. She was also known for her healing abilities and is a patron saint against plague, rabies, and coughs, according to the National Shrine of Saint Jude. Additionally, Blessed Sebastian de Aparicio, a Spanish Franciscan lay brother known for his work building roads and his spiritual journey, is also commemorated on this day. March. On March 25th, the Catholic Church celebrates the Feast of the Annunciation, commemorating the angel Gabriel's visit to the Virgin Mary and her conception of Jesus. Additionally, March 25th is the feast day of Saint Dismas, the good thief crucified alongside Jesus. Also commemorated on this date are Saint Lucy Filippini and Saint Quirinus. The Annunciation is a significant event in Christian theology marking the incarnation when God became man. The Annunciation is celebrated 9 months before Christmas, which is the traditional date for Jesus' birth. And Saint Dismas, the good thief. Dismas is traditionally known as the thief who, while crucified next to Jesus, acknowledged his guilt and asked Jesus to remember him. He is venerated as the patron saint of prisoners, reformed thieves, and the condemned. His feast day is March 25th, alongside the Annunciation. In April 25th, the Catholic and Eastern Orthodox churches celebrate the feast day of Saint Mark the Evangelist. He is also recognized in the Church of England and much of the Anglican Communion. Saint Mark is the author of the Gospel of Mark, and his feast day is observed on the anniversary of his death. On May 25th, the Catholic Church celebrates the feast day of Saint Mary Magdalene de Pazzi, a 16th century Italian Carmelite nun and mystic. She is known for her intense mystical experiences, including visions, ecstasies, and stigmata. She was canonized in 1669. On June 25th, the Catholic Church celebrates Saint William of Vercelli, also known as Saint William of Montevergine. He was an Italian hermit and founder of the Congregation of Montevergine, Williamites. He is known for his rigorous discipline, prayer, and fasting, which served as an example for many monks. And then we'll go to July. On July 25th, the Catholic Church celebrates the feast day of Saint James the Apostle, also known as James the Greater. He was one of the 12 apostles of Jesus and the brother of Saint John the Apostle. He is also the patron saint of Spain and Galicia, and his feast day is a major celebration in Spain, particularly in Santiago de Compostela. Then we'll go to August. On August 25th, the Catholic Church commemorates Saint Louis IX of France, also known as Saint Louis. Louis. He was a 13th century king known for his sense of justice, piety, and commitment to reigning with justice and peace. He is also recognized as a patron saint of barbers, France, groomers, and others. Another saint celebrated on this date is Saint Genesius of Arles, a notary martyred in the early 4th century, honored as a patron saint of notaries and secretaries. Patron saint of France, barbers, grooms, button makers, and sculptors. Saint Genesius, a notary martyred under Maximianus. Patron saint of notaries and secretaries. Invoked against chilblains and scurfs. Go to September. September September 25th is the feast day for several saints, including Saint Cleophas, a disciple of Jesus, and Saint Finbar of Cork, a patron saint of Cork, Ireland. Now we'll go to October. On October 25th, the Catholic Church and the Church of England commemorate Saints Crispin and Crispinian, twin brothers and martyrs, who are the patron saints of shoemakers and other related professions. They are celebrated for their dedication to their faith and their work as shoemakers, which they practice while also preaching. They are the patron saints of cobblers, leather workers, tanners, saddlers, glove makers, lace makers, and shoemakers. Celebrated with processions and festivities, particularly by shoemakers' guilds. In England, the day is historically linked to the Battle of Agincourt, 1415, which is mentioned in Shakespeare's play Henry V. Traveled to Soissons, France, where they became known for their shoemaking and missionary work, believed to be of Roman origin. See November. November 25th is the feast day of Saint Catherine of Alexandria, a Christian martyr and one of the 14 holy helpers. She is also known as the patron saint of unmarried women, philosophers, and students. In some cultures, particularly in France, November 25th is also known as La Sainte Catherine and is celebrated with traditions like the wearing of hats by unmarried women. Then we'll go to December. On December 25th, Christians celebrate the solemnity of the Nativity of the Lord, also known as Christmas, commemorating the birth of Jesus Christ. In addition to Christmas, the Church also remembers Saint Anastasia of Sirmium, a martyr who died during the persecutions of Diocletian. Another saint, Mary of the Apostles, Mary of the Apostles, is also remembered on this day as the foundress of the Salvatorian Sisters. Key figures: Jesus Christ, the central figure of Christmas, his birth celebrated on this day. And December, November. And I think that would conclude all the saints on the 25th for each month.